Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface with the 5th part now of my attempt to complete the World of Warcraft Ironman challenge. So just to refresh your memory what the Ironman challenge is, if it's the first time that you've tuned in or you've got a really bad memory, this is where you get from level 1 to 85. Some people are confusing it up to level 90. No. This is where you go from level 1 to 85 without the use of teaming up, without the use of anyone buffing you, without the use of flasks, without the use of potions, without the use primarily of wearing any greens, any blues, any epics, any account-bound items. You can only have greys and whites, and the big kicker is you cannot die. If you die, the Ironman challenge is over. That is the whole point of this process. Not just making leveling up hard and difficult, but also doing it without the loss of your character's life. Eek! Now, in parts 1 to 3, you could accuse me of being a wee bit complacent because from what I did, going up to around level 15 or so, there was no problem at all. Yes, I know it's early on in the game, but complacency did seem to slip in because I thought, yeah, okay, maybe this isn't going to be as difficult as I thought. But in the last video, in part 4, I suddenly came across quite a few challenges. Now, some of the challenges were within the game that suddenly I was finding it a little bit more difficult. The mobs were getting tougher. I'm not getting any stronger at all. My tank pet, even though I am fortunate enough to have a tank pet, keeps getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed now. And is simply acting more of a time waster. So I can try and destroy the ad before the pet dies and decides to come to me. There you saw me getting into a wee bit of trouble. And also my mindset wasn't quite right. And I was still playing the game as if I was wearing much better armor. And of course, you can't specialize. You can't choose a specialization. You can't choose any talent. You can't choose any glyphs. You've simply got to operate off the abilities that are presented to you on leveling up. So, even though I play a Warlock, and I've played a Warlock for 6.5 years now, on the World of Warcraft, I have to adapt my Warlock style. I have to adapt my Warlock play and come out with a new strategy, a new tactic, if I'm to succeed in this leveling up process. And judging by the first 4 parts, and what happens in this video, because you already see me cut it a little bit close with some mobs, I currently don't think I'm going to do it. Not being negative, not being pessimistic, being pragmatic. At the moment, I don't think I've got the correct mindset. I don't think I've got that quite right. Now, today, although I do make some, not silly mistakes, although I did make a couple of mistakes, like I was tackling 2 at once, which I thought was okay, and it was okay. But then I misfired with my corruption spell, brought in a 3rd. That put me in a difficult situation for a while. Eek. I did try and slow myself down a bit. So although you're getting the same length of video, good 10 minutes, 11 minutes long, so you're getting good ass bit of content. Hi, new Fey Dragon. I'm only going up 2 levels today. Yeah, just 2 levels today. And that you'll see the reason why at the end, and it's because I've decided to leave it where I've got to welcome to the machine. Because I'd like to do the next Ironman video starting off with welcome to the machine. You've seen me do it with Funtime, not with Funtime Frank. Well, you saw me doing it on stream with Funtime Frank. But you did see me do it on one of my dedication videos, primarily for Claire. She knows who she is. Who was a contributor to my channel, and it was a big thank you for it. So I did this French video with Shiny McShine, and one of the processes was for him to get strong enough to do Welcome to the Machine and whatever. It was a daft video, but funny. So I want to start off the next video at Welcome to the Machine with the Ironman challenge. But, you know, that's just that. So, what else did I get into difficulty with today? Well, I kind of got a wee bit fortunate because I got 3 NPC allies to help me, as well as having my pet. And it was only after reflection on this footage that I should have put my tank pet away. Because I had to do a long process here where it was just elites fighting elites, and I was a little bit nervous because of my track record currently within the Ironman challenge of being a wee bit flippant. My pet just kept getting mollered. What I should have done is I should have got my imp out. Should have got a ranged pet, not a DPS pet. Should have just got a ranged pet and left these 3 NPCs who are helping me. Yes, they're the dude Crowley and stuff. They're the dudes from Shadowfang Keep. Woo! Nearly slipped my mind. From Shadowfang Keep. Godfrey, not Crowley. I'm thinking of Supernatural. But they're pretty evil in themselves anyway. And these dudes here are... I think we've got a mage. I think we've got a shadow priest. And I'm not exactly sure what Godfrey does. But yeah, they kick all kinds of butt. They do go around kicking all kinds of butt. But I kept sending my taunt pet in. So my pet was taunting to these level 19 elites. Even though I'm 21, but I'm just in greys and whites. And they were just smashing it to pieces. So in effect, I was nerfing my own DPS through a miscalculation. I say miscalculation to be kind to myself. You can quite happily say stupidity. Because let's face it, these are 2 sides of the same coin when it comes to this challenge. So yes, I in this instance, although it sounds really bizarre, when I was fighting these elites, which were a lot stronger than me, if I let them hit me, I would have taken astronomical damage. I should have actually had a ranged pet with me as opposed to a tank. But it's good how you learn these things at a lower level. It's good that I've come to a situation here within the Ironman challenge where I'm just like, okay, I should have done it then. It's just as well I find it out now as opposed to level 30. If I make it to level 30, where I could be in a much, much, much more difficult situation. So if I do find myself with extra allies that can basically take all the heat off me, or at least take the vast majority of the heat off of me, because you are seeing when my tank pet is getting crushed, the aggro isn't dropping to me, or if it is, it's almost immediately getting taken off me by the 3 ads. If I get myself into a situation like that again, then I will know, and I can put the tank away, I can get the range DPS pet out, so I can keep my DPS levels as good as they're gonna get with this atrocious gear, but at the same time still be able to contribute. So it's nice today that I'm learning. This video today is about learning. Like I said, I tried to slow things down, and although I made a couple of mistakes, it was about trying to teach my mind how to get into the right frame to complete the Ironman challenge. Because the more I attempt to do this video, and the more I attempt to complete the Ironman challenge, the more I actually want to do it. I mean, I legitimately want to do it. And, yeah, it's a big, big, big gulf between the content that we have now, the throwaway content that's so ridiculously easy that we have now, versus this to me is as old school as we're ever going to get in WoW anymore. And Sylvanas got killed. This is another great thing about doing this from an undead side, is I'm getting to see all the Cataclysm quests, which I never did. Sylvanas was killed by the dudes from Shadowfang Keep, Godfrey and crew. And she was brought back to life by the Valkyrie. But I never knew that. So it's nice to find out these little bits of lore. I actually picked up an achievement throughout the course of the video as well, because I'd done, X amount of the new quests. Because I think they stuck the achievements back up for redoing the quests. So that was, again, that was relatively interesting. So I got to find out some decent lore things today. I got to train my brain to a better mentality, even though I did make a couple of mistakes. And I go, when I pick this back up and start to record this for next week's video, I go into this situation now with a little bit more confidence. Not cockiness, confidence. Confidence that I can train myself to get into the right mindset, and I can, fingers crossed, because I think I'm moving out of the elite area and going back into regular mob areas, progress, find a little bit of gear, because I'm still absolutely not upgrading anything. But I hope you enjoyed today's vid. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and twitch.tv/Heal vs Babyface for live streaming. I shall be back with more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.